All right, Shalom. First and foremost, want to give our honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah HaKwadash. Yahweh is the only true, powerful, and holy name of who you ignorantly refer to as God, likewise manner. Yahweh Shah is the only true, powerful, and holy name of his only begotten Son, who you very ignorantly refer to as Jesus Christ. The honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, salutations, blessings to the Lord's elect. All right, this is the brother Yeshaya, part of Men of Valor, South Carolina, and this lesson is going to be about a movie review. This movie review is called Nope, the Jordan Peele movie that recently came out, as you can see, on the 22nd. And I actually saw this movie on Friday, and I wanted to do a review on it, but I didn't want to spoil the movie for brothers, so now I can say what I want because it came out already. It came out Friday, so brothers, I know a lot of brothers already saw it on this past weekend. So yeah, basically this movie is about UFO, so-called unidentified flying object, UAP, unidentified aerial phenomenon, which they changed the name UFO to. But in this movie, it's a lot of gems, man. It's a lot of truth, about so-called UFOs and everything like that. But what I got from this movie is that basically they're trying to invoke fear into Jake, man. Okay, the two stars of the movie were Jake, and this UFO was chasing them, trying to basically devour them. Now, through the scriptures, we know that these so-called UFOs, which we know they're identified to us, that they're the vehicles of the Most High's angels, and ultimately they're going to be the salvation to the Lord's elect. All right, when the thermonuclear missiles start to fly off and fulfill the actual fulfill the prophecy of the lake of fire and Babylon the Great being utterly destroyed. Okay, so we're not fearing these ships, man. We're not fearing Jeremiah 10. Okay, and I get that after I do this little monologue. But anyway, and as you can see, this UFO, so to say, was hiding in the clouds. Okay, and as we know, there's a bit of truth to that. See, they know what they're doing, man. Hollywood knows what they're doing, because most of their movies and inspiration they get from the Holy Scriptures, and this is nothing new. Okay, they get the majority of their movies from actual instances that occurred in the Holy Scriptures, man. Like the Scriptures say, none shall hold what is that? Roughly paraphrasing, man. None shall want their mate. I think that's Isaiah 33:6 or Isaiah 34:16, something like that, man. But this book is no book compares to it because it has prophecies. But anyway, this thing right here, the UFO, so to say, wasn't even an actual. It was shaped like a saucer, but it was an actual being. It had an eye, and it basically ate people. And you saw it, especially in one of the scenes when they were at this event, and it devoured people, man. So basically they're trying to paint the picture or paint the narrative that the UFOs are going to eat you, and they're trying to invoke fear, man. But hey, to the elect, these are vehicles. It says look up, for your redemption draweth nigh. So we're looking for these chariots, man. Okay, so without further ado, I'm gonna get into some scriptures. All right, stating what who the inhabitants of these chariots are, man. Okay, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 1. And verse 1, now it came to pass in the 30th year, in the 4th month, in the 5th day of the month, as I was among the captives by the river of Chebar, that the heavens were opened, and I saw visions of the Most High. In the 5th day of the month, which was the 5th year of King Jehoiakim's captivity, The word of the Lord came expressly unto Ezekiel the priest, the son of Buzi, in the land of the Chaldeans by the river Chabar, and the hand of the Lord was there upon him. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfolded in itself, and a brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof, as the color of amber out of the midst of the fire. Now, this is going to go into the inhabitants of those so-called UFOs, man. And these UFOs can take on any form they want. They can take on a cloud. They can take on a ball of light. I've seen a couple that were different colors, man. I seen the regular, white light ones, the brass ones, amber ones, so they can, however they want to, because they're operating out of the spirit and power of the Lord. So, hey, they can do whatever, man. All right. But I'm just gonna focus in. And I'm not going to read too much of this chapter because I'm going to do another lesson on it, a breakdown of it. I ain't going to get too deep into it, but just to show you that the inhabitants of these chariots are angels, okay? And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfolded in itself, and a brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof as the color of amber out of the midst of the fire. Also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures, and this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man. So there you go. This is talking about the angels, man. Okay, this is talking about the angels, and it's pinpointing these 4 angels, man. Okay, and it goes into how they look. It says they look like a man. Okay, they had wings. All right, it says and everyone had 4 faces, and everyone had 4 wings. All right, it doesn't mean that they had 4 faces, but that word faces goes into duties, which like I said, I'm gonna go into further breakdown. The Lord puts the spirit on me to do it. And their feet were straight feet, and the sole of their feet were like the soles of a calf's foot, and they sparkled like the colors of burnished brass. So they were dark-skinned men, and they had on boots, man. Okay, nice stylish boots, like those like they used to wear, in the 60s, the 50s and the 60s, man, and the early 70s. Okay, so. And I'm gonna leave it with that on that Ezekiel, because like I said, that chapter deserves a breakdown. So let's go to the one I quoted, Jeremiah 10. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. So we're not supposed to be dismayed at the signs of heaven, man. All right, and these chariots, okay, these so-called unidentified flying objects are the signs, part of the signs of heaven, man. Okay, so this whole movie wants to invoke fear, but on the flip side, okay, like I said, it's going to be the salvation of the elect, and basically a curse, when the Lord actually comes back, because he's coming back with a fleet of chariots, man. All right, Malachi 4:5. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. And that happened. All right, Elijah came in the form of Abba Bivens, and he did what verse 6 says, and he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse. All right, and that last word isn't to say, the Lord isn't saying I'm gonna send them lest I smite, or like unless, but it goes into before. So basically the Lord is saying he's gonna send Elijah the prophet, which is Abba Bivens, before the chariots come, man. And these chariots are gonna come like in the book of Isaiah, the 66th chapter, the 15th verse. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. So these chariots are coming with, a spiritual power to destroy. Okay, and like I said, they're going to be the salvation of the elect. Since we're in the book of Isaiah, it goes into let's see. Yeah. Isaiah 14:12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? Okay. This is it's going into the war in heaven, man, because there's gonna be a war in heaven. Okay. and not like the Christian church paints it out to be. But this war in heaven, okay, is going to be Yahushua coming back, and the forces, okay, the let's see, bear with me. There, and the forces of E, all right, the military, all right, fighting against Yahushua and the angels, man. Revelation 12:7. And there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And see, and that there you go. And then this lines up with Isaiah 14, the 9th verse. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. So, hey, the Lord, when he comes back, it's going to be a war in heaven. And Yahushua is going to win. It's going to be a flawless victory. like that, like Mortal Kombat. It's going to be a flawless victory. Let's go to the book of 2nd Esdras, the 13th chapter, and it goes into the actual return of the Lord. All right. Wait, is it? Yeah. 2nd Esdras 13. And behold, and lo, the man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that were seen under him. And this is talking about Yahushua, man. And whosoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burnt that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it filleth the fire. So this chariot, like I read in Isaiah the 66th chapter, they come in like a whirlwind, man, with fire. Okay. Yeah, but behold, I beheld, and lo, he had grafted himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. And the Bible, all right, describes the chariots, in different forms. Sometimes they're referred to as clouds. Sometimes they're referred to as mountains. Okay, so you gotta know. All right. But I would have seen a region, a place where the hill was graven, and I could not. So it was bigger than Esdras' actual perception, man. And I think a while ago, NASA had showed they caught a chariot or a UFO or UAP as they refer to it, bigger than the Earth, man. Fathership. Okay. So yeah, this goes into the war in heaven, man. Okay, going down to verse 8. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to do him were sore afraid, and yet there's fight. And that's that war in heaven. And lo, he saw the violence of the multitude that came. He neither lift up his hand nor held sword as any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out his mouth as it been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. All right, so these chariots are coming with spiritual power. They're coming, with that concentrated fire. Okay, and it talks about Yahushua, okay, coming with the clouds, and he also left in the clouds, man. All right, see, there you go. Acts 1:9. And when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. And while they looked up steadfastly toward heaven as he went up, behold, 2 men stood by them in white apparel, 2 angels, which also said, Ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? The same Yahushua which is taken up from you in heaven shall so come in like manner as you have seen him go into heaven. So he was taken in that cloud, aka a chariot received him, and in likewise manner he's going to come back with the host of heaven, man, the angels. So that's it, man. Hopefully that was edifying, giving all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, salutations, and blessings to the Lord's elect. Shalom.